You are in the Temple of the Rants, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one is for Soul, who says, rant about tattoos. Would you consider one? If you were forced to get one, what would you get? How would you feel about May having one? Etc. Tattoos, I'm pretty indifferent towards them. I don't particularly like or dislike them. Some people have some cool tattoos. Um, I'm not really. I guess I don't entirely get the idea of putting, a permanent artwork on your skin. I'd rather just look at it in a book or look at a paper. Inevitably those things will deteriorate. The color fades. Your skin sags. They don't hold up long term. So you end up with something, permanently etched on your body that is not what it once was. Not that that always bothers people or that they always look bad necessarily, depending on if you're smart about what you get and where. Growing up, my dad always had a bunch of tattoos. He has them going all up his arms, from his time in the Navy, a lot of which were faded and shitty, but he's gotten lots of other better ones since. My mom and dad both, they travel, fairly frequently, and whenever they go somewhere, they get a new tattoo to commemorate where they've been. So it's like a travelogue on their bodies. That's kind of neat, conceptually. Not something I would do, but I get the appeal and the idea. Some of them look pretty neat. My parents each got the, Aztec zodiac symbols or whatever of me and my two brothers on their inner wrist, and then Victor got the ones for the whole family going down. I don't think Shade has any tattoos, but the ones he has look good, and conceptually that's a good tattoo because it's something that is always going to be a part of him, his family at the very least. For me, definitely the idea of getting a tattoo based on something you're interested in or something that you just think about yourself at a given time, I think is super dangerous because eventually you might not care about that thing or you might feel differently. I remember when I was a teenager, I had thought it would be really cool to get Memento Mori tattooed across my chest or back or something, because I'd been playing Persona 3 and I thought it was super ill. But, in retrospect, that would have been fucking terrible. And I'm very glad I didn't, because it's cheesy and played out as fuck. So, yeah, that was the only thing I'd ever had in mind as, one I would get. And even then, I feel like it's it's a dumb idea just a few years later. So, obviously, someone like me who's always changing my thoughts and changing my interests, inevitably I'm going to end up hating a tattoo if I get something on that basis. But if it was something to represent, the people in my life, I could see that. But I just, I'm not inclined to do it. Personally, I'm pretty pain averse. So the idea of having someone draw on me with a fucking needle, I'm also extremely needle averse, is terrifying. I have no desire to do that for the sake of something I don't find a particular interest in that's going to be permanently attached to me. I think that I don't particularly think they look that cool. I think they can be cool, but just conceptually they're not cool to me. But if May had a tattoo, it'd be whatever. She's not interested either, but I don't know, because it kind of spoils that spot. It's I appreciate every part of her body. I wouldn't want to have to cover part of it up with the tattoo that, I'll never be able to see that spot again as it once was. And, it also affects the way you, what kind of clothes you can really wear, what matchups you can do. It's if you have a colorful tattoo, it's going to clash with your outfit, unless you just dress a certain way around it. Yeah, I don't know. Tattoos are weird to me. I don't tend to pay attention to people's tattoos very much. It's just not that noticeable to me. So yeah, I guess overall I'm pretty down on tattoos. I don't dislike them or anything. I just have no particular interest. There's nothing I could think of that I would want tattooed on my body. I mean, you asked if I was forced to get something. I probably would just match up with the stupid Aztec zodiac shit, you know, like because my parents and my brother already have it, so I might as well just complete the cycle and keep it going if I had to get something. Because again, you know, if there's one thing that will never change, it's the fact that that's my family. So like, you know, no matter what happens in life, that will never be a negative memory or something to have on me, you know, or something I would feel unconnected to. So yeah, I guess that's it.